Hello, welcome back to the Deshara Paul podcast, and I am Delicia, or you want to call me Delicia, but definitely not delicious. Okay, that's not a name. Anyways, so today I came across this article, from the same one, from the same source, The Blind Spot from Kaya FM. Shout out to Kaya FM, hosted by Uncle T, written by Zugun Komisa. Yes, that should be correct. Okay, I couldn't know. I just went into deep thoughts because sometime last week I covered a story around the same topic. Okay, and this title, the title of today, it's been 2 years living together. I do not want to marry my baby mama. You remember last week I covered a story where the lady, she was crying that she's been staying with her boyfriend, fiance. How do you call them? Fiance. I forgot the difference. But then she was living with a man who engaged her 3 years ago, and they even have a child. And she's been engaged for 3 years, and there has been no actions of him wanting to marry her, like getting past that. Because the next stage in African, that should be the first stage, He should be paying lobola, but he hasn't done that, and he shows no intentions of paying lobola. So today we're getting it from the guy's side, kind of a story, Very interesting, I know. So listen, it's been 2 years. I'm rereading. It's been 2 years living together. I do not want to marry my baby mama. So timeline and who the lady is, put them together. There should be some reasons behind that, but what I do not like is that you don't want to marry this woman already you have a child with. Something should be the end product. You should get married first and then have kids later. Don't like this already. But anyways, let's get into the story. But before I get into it, could you please like the video if you haven't, subscribe if you haven't, and hit the notification bell if you have it, so that you never miss any episode that I'll be posting in the future. With that being said, let me get into it. Let's get into it. Let me read a little bit of the background story. They always say marriage is a journey you shouldn't take lightly. Oh, that's very true. I remember I once said that I take marriage seriously, and the more I think about it, I think it kind of scares me. Also, depending on the type of a person, man in this case, because I date men, you will marry, okay? So you gotta do some good selection right there. The rest, you need to just accept that life does happen, but some things are just qualities that come with that person, that you know what, this is the type of person I'm taking. Looking at their values, their standards, their morals, their belief systems, you should take that into consideration. And then outside that, I think whatever that happens, it's life. I'm not talking about cheating and lying, wara. No, not those kind of things, but yeah. And that is a decision you must take when you are ready and when you want to take it way. Let me ask you a question. Just quickly comment this one, your answer to this one. Is marriage something that you get ready for, or is just the kind of growing that happens? Like, do you ever get married for do you ever get ready for marriage? I'm not talking about a wedding, don't get it confused. A wedding is just a ceremony, okay, a celebration. I'm talking about marriage. Do you ever fully get ready for it, or it's just like any type of growth that you are tuned to as time goes on? Let me know. That is the case with Anonymous, who is having a back and forth with the mother of his child, who he has been living with for 2 years. He doesn't want to be married, but wants her to be his life partner. He also wants to have more kids with her. He reached out to the bestie in the city to see if he had a blind spot. Oh, very interesting. Very interesting. Wow. So this gentleman actually, it's not about when and how. It's about I don't want to get married. It's not about hair or whatsoever. I just don't want that. And maybe I'll ask some other time, but I just there was a time where no, you do think as a person. There was a because something got me in that thought. These TV shows will get you thinking. So actually, it was the this show, this You Promised to Marry Me and Marry Me Now. This shows got me thinking. What is the meaning of marriage? Why did I think of that? It's because they've been with their partner for more than 5 years, and then they have kids or a child with them. So at this point, I'm asking you, did whatever that takes or that should be happening in a marriage outside of marriage, and now you're crying for a marriage? Like, it's crazy, you know? So what is it with marriage at this point, considering those two shows? I'm not against marriage. No, I'm just getting a different perspective when it comes to like these shows. They just get me questioning the whole thing at this point, looking at what they had already done. But anyway, let me get into the juicy part of it, the main story that got us sitting here. Uncle T, I've been living with my baby mama for about 2 years. You know what? I think it's high time we refrain some words, because they just have this bad connotation with them, like the words or terms like baby mama. They're just off. You sure you wanna call her a baby mama, the mother of your child, or my wife, if she's a wife, or my girlfriend whom we have a child together? Why does he just take the baby mama only part in your life? Like, please stop it. I don't like it, if you asked me. So she asked a lot about whether we are ever going to get married. To be honest, I don't see myself getting married. I thought that this is something that will change once I have found the love of my life, and as much as I love my girlfriend, marriage is not on the cards for me. I've spoken to her about it and how we should look at being life partners, but she really wants to get married. Yeah, I like this kind of conversations. See, for us here, it's a conversation to learn from, a topic to learn from, but for them, it's their reality. Why do I say I like them? It's because it gives us an opportunity to ask questions around things that somehow in life they've been made normal. You should ask yourself, why do I want to get married? What is marriage? Why do I want to get married? Do I want to have kids? Why do I want to have kids? Those kind of common things that they have been made normal in the society. Before you get into them, trust me, you need to go deep into thoughts and ask yourself questions. Don't just follow through and just go with the flow, because yeah, this is life, this is how it's always been done. No, you should have your why, a solid one at that. And in this case, it's very interesting. Like I said, she should ask herself what is marriage, why she wants to get married, married? Why does it matter so much to her? And same applies to the guy. Why don't you want to get married? What is it, this thing with a life partner? What is that? What does it mean? What is the difference between a life partner and someone you're married to? It's very, it's an opportunity for us to learn, honestly speaking. You need to think of it. Tell me what you think. According to you, what is the difference between married people and a life partner? Because think about it. Okay, let me get into it. Continue. I've spoken to her. Okay. I do love her and will love to have more kids with. Oh, I read that part. I've spoken to her about it and how we should look at being life partners, but she really wants to get married. I do love her and would love to have more kids with her, but I have no intention of getting married. Should I just let her go? Let her go. I will never ever just find it normal or be at peace with just wanting to end things, go our separate ways. After you have a child with her, I'm put up in a fight here. Like, no, I always ask myself, especially with the reasons that will be put in, especially my men. Why? After you have a child, now you've seen these reasons. No. But anyways, if that's the case, let it go. Because I'm just thinking that it looks like he's always knowing this. He always knew that he doesn't want to get married. So therefore, it might happen that even the lady knew that he does not want to get married, right? When they met. If there's something that you've always knew regarding relationships, when you meet someone you see a potential relationship with or a future with, you tell them those things. Let's say you don't want to have kids. I'm quite sure you're going to tell them right away, I don't want to have kids. I don't want to get married. So I'm sure you did tell her. But like other people, maybe she thought he would change his mind once he had a child, once we are together. Don't do that. For the sole reason that I do not want her to later resent me for denying her the wish to be married. But a certain part of me says I should keep stalling the marriage talk. And maybe after a few more years, I will come around. I know it is selfish of me, but I do love her. I also don't want to get married. Oh, I have paid all the damages and my life partner is well taken care of. And I was raised by both parents who are still happily married after more than 40 years. Wow. So yes, some good role models there. Okay. I'm sorry, am I crazy not to want to get Am I crazy? Am I crazy not to want to get married and have a life partner instead? Crazy too? No, don't judge yourself like that. It's what you want, okay? It's your life. And what other people think of it, it's none of their... It should not matter to you. I'm not gonna judge him like, yeah, you are crazy. Why don't you want? No. I don't know his deep reasons behind that. Maybe he has some traumas around that, some fears, some certain beliefs whatsoever. I just cannot sit here and judge him. So first of all, let's correct that, okay? Just because you do not want to do what it's common among the society, you just want to go the road less traveled, it does not mean you're crazy. No, it does not mean you're crazy. Just leading your life the best way you know how, the best way you know that it suits you. it's working for you, okay? Not what people think of it. What do you think? Do you agree with this thing of life partners or marriage is the way? What do you think? Or maybe you're just having a problem with now you want to come down to this after you have a child with her. But you must also consider that what if he did tell the lady and she agreed, but now she's just sitting there thinking that maybe it changed his mind. You must also consider that, but that maybe he did tell her and then she just had hope that he would change his mind, but unfortunately that is not happening. Please let me know what you think, and also just educate me around the difference between a life partner and married couple, married people. Very interesting. I do not want to lie, but anyways, those were just my opinions. Okay, let me hear yours. Do comment down below, and if you haven't, please do like the video, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you never miss any episode that I'll be posting in the future. With that being said, let me love and leave you.